Alright folks, welcome back. It's been a little while and we're going to try to do another animal here. We got the donkey and the cow done. Now we're going to try to do a sheep. Alright, the same pose where he's sitting, similar to what these guys are doing. We'll see how it goes. So let's start with the size. Now, as a proportion, caricatures are not usually proportioned correctly anyway. So if he seems, I'm going to make him kind of rounded and fat if I can. He's a little over 3 inches by an inch and 7/8, 1/7/8, 1/16 actually. 1 1/16 by 1 1/16 by an inch and a half by an inch and a half. Alright, so let's start with drawing out where his face is kind of going to be, and their face is kind of different. They have this little mouth, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to chop, this is the bottom part, we're going to do it from the corner. We're going to do his ears down like we did before, and we're going to have them coming up like so, a little bit, okay? A little bit different, but same idea. Let's see if we get it the same distance. What I do is I measure it this way, then over here. Alright, that's the bottom portion. And we're going to bring this up. We're going to have him kind of facing down anyway. Alright. And this is just going to be kind of rolled underneath, kind of like one big little fluffy ball. His feet are going to again come out through the sides here. And he's going to be kind of fluffy. He's just going to be kind of fluffy here with a little bit of a feet at the bottom. But we're going to do the head first. I always do the head first. Just my way of doing things. And stuff. Let me make sure that's right. That doesn't look right. Oh, we'll make it somewhat right anyway. No wonder. It goes in. Okay. It's very hard to get one side matched up with the other. What I am using, it's basswood. So the first thing we're going to do, because his face is going to kind of come out of here anyway, you know, underneath his, he can already kind of see it. Now we'll put a couple of eyes in him. Alright, so let's start here. I sharpened all my knives up. I'm going to go ahead and spray it a little bit just to soften it up. And what I use is a water solution with rubbing alcohol. I'm just doing that to soften it up a little bit. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start trimming this down, the corners. Alright. Oh, that's got a little blemish there. That's alright. We'll deal with that. I'm using basswood. If you're wondering what kind of wood I'm using, it's basswood. Alright, we're going to go across this way. Alright. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to bring this over to where the ears are. Now we didn't really mark this over here. We did over here a little bit. See? And they kind of flop down. And this comes up and around. Alright. So we're really following where the ears are going right now. It's been very hot here in PA the last few weeks, and I've been very, very busy with my family coming and people coming all over the place. Alright, we're going to just take that hard edge off there in the corners. Alright, the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go down here and I'm just going to put where the bottom part of his nose is going to be. Alright. And the bottom part of his ears, because his ears need to come out a little bit. Now it's almost where the bottom part of his, not quite, it's a little higher, okay? So over here we're going to go about there, that's right. We're going to knock that out a little bit. cut that out. We have the ears drooping down again, just like we did before. Now, over here we're going to do the same thing. We're going to just kind of bring this up. So we have a general idea where how to cut out the ears. Not going to be anything super fancy because this is kind of all going to blend together in the back here. Because he's going to be a fluffy kind of a sheep. So okay, next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to follow this line here, alright, on either side. Let's put a stop cut there, and oh, we've got to cut the bottom part of this ear yet, so we know where everything is here. There we go. Alright, so we're going to follow this up like so, and the bottom part of the ear straight in. We're going to clip that out. Oops. Now you don't want to pull that if you can help it, okay? Just go back and recut it. Alright. Do the same thing over here. We're going to follow that line out. I have two lines going across and one coming down for the ear. Follow this up. And hopefully we can chop that right out. Okay, just like so. Alright. I'm going to switch knives here a little bit so I have a little better reach. I have a variety of knives, and the reason for that is simply, you know, some knives work better in different situations. This works a little bit better getting into here, in these little crevices and that little wider blade that I had. I'm using a Rough Rider knife here. I usually get these on eBay. If you're interested in one similar, not quite like this, but I do have a few yet in stock, but then you'll have to sharpen it up. So if you're interested in what the other one I have is, I don't know if I have it here with me. It's similar, it's similar to this, okay? It has 3 blades. But you'll have to revamp them. You know, you'll have to resharpen them. But it holds up a blade really well. This is also a Rough Rider, and I have a bunch of these left yet. I have maybe 10 or 12 left out of like 30 that I had. So you're interested in that knife, you're welcome to email me. But anyway, going back to this, what we're trying to do is we're going straight in. That doesn't look right, does it? One side's a little more than the other. Let me take a look at it from back here. I'm just going to go a little further in. That's okay. Alright, so how you're going in, it's really straight in, okay? When you're looking at it from the top, these cuts should be pretty straight in, not at an angle going underneath. I'm pretty well, because you don't want to dig underneath if it's possible. You don't want to dig into the face. Alright. I'm going to trim this out a little bit more. I'm going to bring this up. Bring this down a little bit more. We're going to try to run this head. A lot of times if you get the profile right, the rest of it kind of falls into place. It does for me, and that's what I've always thought. If you can get this portion to look right, okay, see how this is rounding up, the rest will fall into place. I'll be right back.